Okay, here we go. That music's real quiet for y'all, isn't it? Let me bring that up. I'll also probably have to fiddle with some stuff. But yeah. Let's go ahead and pop right over to this, which is exactly what it looks like. Let me rearrange this a little bit. Move the frame over here, maybe? Well, let's see what it looks like in-game first. It's blocking the logo right now. We'll see how it looks once we get going, and if it's blocking stuff, new file. Everybody knows to call me the same thing. I definitely don't have multiple online names at all. And those leaf patterns make my screen look dirty, and I just clean my screen. It genuinely makes me feel like there's a bunch of shit all over my screen. Oh, here we go. Cough, cough, cough. You wake up on the beach, soaking wet, salt water stinging the inside of your throat as if you'd nearly drowned. Water falls from your mouth as you open it to gasp for air. You have no memory of how you got here. In fact, you can only remember your own name, but not where you came from or a single fact about your life. Sounds like a good night out. What you do know is that despite the outrageous beauty of the landscape around you, you feel incredibly sick to your stomach. Definitely sounds like I had a good night out. Wow, really went down the wrong pipe, huh? You need a minute, or can I go on? Fucking narrators. Because I can give you a minute. Got plenty of time. Endless time. Really. An eternity, if you catch my drift. I really wish I had my vocoder set up. I would switch it to some echoey thing. Whoa, not now, Ocean. Sorry, Kate. May I continue? Please go on. Okay, then. As I was... It's just like talking to me in real life. I just cough over everybody. Speaking of which, it's like it's a fucking thing to happen. Just a minute. I'm gonna do a real cough for you. This one's free. There we go. Ugh. Hopefully I didn't blow out the mic on that. As I was saying, kind of feels like me playing DM. You look down at your feet, ankle deep in the crystal clear blue water of a newly arrived wave. As the water recedes back into the ocean, it reveals a grotesque discovery. It's a head! Just a head. A decomposing face stares up at you. From beneath the sand, all you can do is vomit a stream of dark bile, bugs, worms, and other, ick. Questions race through your mind. Where are you? How did you get here? Who is behind this incredibly charming and well-spoken voice in your head? However, answers don't come easy. Your mind is completely blank. What will you do? I will check the options menu. I can't click. There's no settings. I'm gonna dig up the face. It's a face. Brush the sand away from the half-buried human head in the ground before you. Can I go to the options menu? No options. There's no body, just this head. As you pick it up, flakes of skin fall on the ground. The jaw falls open, revealing a gold coin sitting on the rotten tongue of this poor dead soul. Fair enough. Getting your hands dirty, I see. I like that. Take charge type. You examine the gold... It's got anime lines! You examine the gold coin briefly, happily distracted from what has otherwise been an extremely confusing morning. The sun beats down on you, drying your clothes. You check your pockets, but they're empty. Plenty of room for a gold coin, you suppose, so you deposit it. I have a gold coin that has anime lines. Oh, that's a nice coin you've got there. What if you were to spend it right now? No thanks. Look, I'm at a level with you. That coin you found, it's mine. I dropped it yesterday. I've been looking all over for it. Dropped it into a dead person's mouth? Could you just give it back? No, it's my coin. Be that way then. Your mind doesn't have a chance to linger any longer in your current situations. You feel something soft bump into your foot. It's a ball! When you look down, you find a volleyball sitting in the sand. Why is it Speedy? Why is it Speedy if it's sitting in the sand? You stare down, frozen. A voice calls out from behind you. Little help, please? You turn around, and you see what's waiting for you. Your jaw just about hits the ground. Hi, Anna! Philip? Rin? And Evan. I love it. I love their design. I'm actually going to take a fucking... I want a screenshot, but I also need to send this to somebody. I need to send this to somebody. Give me just a minute, guys. I know you're waiting with bated breath. Okay, I just gotta send a text message. Sorry. I just know somebody wanted to see some of this gameplay. The designs are so good. I agree. They're so adorable. That's the wrong cord. And that cord's stuck. You bunch of whores. There we go. Got it. Got the cord. Plug in my phone, because I realized it was half dead. 4 gorgeous monsters stand halfway between you and a well-tended volleyball court. Each of them oozes with undead energy, a magical aura reaching out and penetrating you via your eyes. Your heart begins to race. Curiosity, fear, desire. You can't help but stare at these casually dressed, let's call them killers. I don't know. Not to be judgmental, but it's just the energy they put out there. So many competing feelings rush around your mind at once that you are completely paralyzed. Hello? There are weird days, and then there's this. All you can do is look down at the ball and back up this monstrous lineup of, well, literal monsters. Sexy-ass monsters, though. What do you do? I'm gonna toss it back. I'm gonna toss this motherfucker back. You bend down, grab the ball. It's warm from sitting in the sand on this beautiful day. When you give the ball a toss, it arcs beautifully through the air and lands right in the huntress's hands. Not bad, stranger. Huntress's muscles rip. As she grips it tight in her hand, you look her up and down, consider what it might be like to be held tightly in those strong arms. Warm, perhaps. Maybe a little sweaty, but that's okay. It's natural. Judgmental spirit. Try hard much? Ugh. They're speaking directly to you, but you still can't bring yourself to reply. You're entranced. When you snap out of it, you realize that everyone has gone back to the volleyball court. Alone again, you look across the beach at these strange residents who casually batted a volleyball back and forth, happily ignoring your intrusion onto their private beach. Excuse me for stumbling through my words. I'm trying not to laugh. Should you be frightened, worried, excited? I did refer to them as killers, not to give much away. But at the same time, damn, they are looking very appealing in their own way, and nobody so much as lifted a blood-soaked finger in your direction. Don't be scared, kid. You were made for this. Well, geez, if the spooky ocean voice says not to be scared, I'm sure it's all gonna work out. With no good reason not to, you decide to head over and see what happens next. I love this. It seems you've derailed the volleyball game just by showing up. Fuck. Okay. And there's the immediate you derailed this volleyball game just by showing up, nitwit. And I guess you're also a nitwit. Look, it's best just to go with what Trapper says, because when he says it, that's a policy I hold pretty much anyone who always seems to have fresh blood on their hands. Hey, don't worry about it. It's all just a game. Existence, that is. Oh, where the fuck that giant piece of dust just came from? I don't know if y'all saw that. Besides, you seem a lot more interesting than a silly game. What's your deal? What brings you here? You mean they're here to do more than distract from my total domination? Yeah, it is domination. That was Wraith. That sigh means he was done with the game too. Either that or he saw a butterfly or something. Yeah, I sigh when I see insects too. Look, I don't care why this slack-jawed moron is here. I just want to know, can I kill them or not? He's got anime lines. You know you can't. At least not yet. Oh yeah, not yet. You might want to, say something. Actually, never mind. There'll be plenty of time for that soon enough. Right now, this group has some questions for you. Great! But be warned, answer quickly and answer well. This is the timed quiz, and it will be very important later. Fantastic. Very important. Or not important in any way whatsoever. Probably that one. Can't remember. How attractive would you say you are? I am average. Just another face in the crowd, another normal meaningless life in an endless cycle. Jesus Christ, Spirit, you are the archetypal goth. Why am I not surprised? I think you're quite cute myself. Like a chipmunk or a grizzly bear. Okay. If you could have any superpower, what would it be? Actually, I've always said invisibility would be one of mine. Invisibility? Same. Although sometimes I think I already am. What was your best subject in school? Honestly, history. Nice. It's important to know what came before so that we are not doomed to repeat humanity's mistakes. I mean, we will anyways, but still. What's your favorite animal? I don't even know what a mustelid is. Mustelid. I'm gonna go with cat because octopus is not an option. Why is everyone looking at me? You think just because I'm a typical goth girl that I have some specific love for all things cats, and more specifically black cats? Well, I do, but you can all go to hell anyways. It's my favorite color. 3-day-old corpse! Nobody would expect me to pick this, so I'm gonna say 3-day-old corpse. That's a pretty edgy answer, right? I'm pretty dangerous. I talk about corpses, no biggie. That's not how I intended it. I literally just like the answer, but sure. Those are no good to me unless they've been frozen. You'd be surprised how quickly good meat can spoil. Or maybe you wouldn't be surprised. I'm still getting to know you. What's your dream job? Honestly, a nightclub promoter's pretty fucking close to the entertainment business. It's not the best, but yeah, definitely nightclub promoter. Yeah, everyone groans, and let's be honest, they're right to do so. That's not exactly what it would be, but that's the only option that came close enough. Luring folks into the dark, not just anyone can do that. Best flavor of ice cream? Poor Maurice. I'm gonna go with chocolate. My favorite is plain. Or pain, not plain. Same here. Mine is vanilla, swirled with pain. I think mint chip is the greatest flavor ever conceived myself, but enough about ice cream, am I right? Oh, dear Christ. Hold on a second, this reminds me. I am right, always. It's the lesson you should learn before we go too much further. Do what I say if you want to survive. Pick mint chip. We're teaching you lessons now. We're teaching lessons now, narrator? You rascal. Kill or be killed is the rule on this island, even for faceless voices. Tell me, what's the best flavor of ice cream? Chocolate, motherfucker. You got a reading comprehension problem? I just told you mint chip was where it's at. You almost bought yourself a game over there, buddy. That's right. I can end your life whenever I want to. I'm in control, so don't forget it. If I say you like mint chip, you like mint chip. Now try it again. Tell me, what's the best flavor of ice cream? Chocolate, you whore! In case it wasn't clear who's in charge, it's me. You have to understand, it feels very good to end someone else's game. You should try it sometime. Yeah, fuck it. I stood my fucking ground. Back to this. Also a nitwit. Best to go with what the trapper says. Existence is a game. I'm more interesting than a game. What brings me here? Blah, blah, blah. Let's go ahead and get to the speedies. There we go. I do like the fast forward button. I must stick with most of my answers being the same. Let's do invisibility again, because I'm trying to be honest with this game. Even though it's a fucking joke, I'm gonna be honest with this game. Cat, please. I am gonna go away from the 3-day-old corpse. And red is closer. Some call it the color of love, but love is just another word for pain. It's a dream job. Stick with that because it's definitely true. Flavor of ice cream. Stick with chocolate. Pain, pain, pain. Vanilla swirled with pain. Mint chip, yes, yes, I'm aware. Fine. Anywho, now that they know so much about you, I'm sure the group wants you to start getting to know them. I'm Trapper. I pretty much run things around here. I'm the smartest, richest, strongest person on the whole island. I don't like losers. If you want to know what a loser is, say hello to Wraith. Oh, poor Wraith. Hi, I'm Wraith. I'm nothing like everyone else. I like nice people and loathe big dumb idiots. Hey, what's up? I'm Spirit. I don't like most things. Don't really hate most things either. It's not worth my time. But the things I do hate, I really hate, you know? Based on my personal observations, life is nothing but suffering, and society is a carefully calculated lie to keep everyone subservient into those in power. It's better to choose not just to just not take part. There it is. Jeez, it's like she was downright murdered by society. She hates it so much. Jesus Christ. Oh no, wait. I'm remembering Spirit's story now, and that's almost exactly what happened. Hey, I'm Huntress. Don't let these bummers get you down. There's lots of fun to be had on the island, along with lots of love. Yeah, there is. You know what I mean. Grow up. Grow a body. I've explained this 1,000 times. I'm dead, but I'm not a literal ghost. I just create a trail of fog. I'm not made of it. Whatever, fog body. Jesus Christ. That's not nice. He's not nice. You love it. Only sometimes. Ew, really? It's disgusting. That's why she likes it. Don't speak for me. I also hate it. Stop speaking entirely, actually. For the first time ever, I agree with Wraith. Let's move on, otherwise they'll do this all day. Besides, if I know this crew, and I do, they'll want to show off something. They'll want to show off soon enough. If we're done playing, let's do something else instead. Wow, for once I actually agree with the meathead. So we go to my yacht. It's the massive boat dock nearby. I'll give everyone a taste of true luxury and power. Wraith rolls his eyes. Don't mind him. He just hates fun and happiness. No, I hate the endless, desperate, soul-crushing pursuit of wealth. the way it's flaunted needlessly, and the cruelty it engenders. What about hanging out by the pool? I find the water calming, simple, beautiful. What about the volleyball game? We can exercise and have some fun as a group. Are you all serious? There's a perfectly good lounge to chill out at right now. Or right here. I'm tired. Besides, I hate being in the sun. You know, of all 4 of them so far, Huntress actually has my attention. I hate that I interrupted your game. You should finish it. Yeah, I love to play outdoors. I also love to meet new people. I also love to bring them home to play. I'm sort of a big kid at heart. You are too, obviously you are too. I like you already. I hate people who are too serious. They ruin everything. Is that a commentary on the fan base? Well, they do if you don't handle them swiftly. Oh no, it's Claudette and Dwight. Hold on. Just for just one moment. This is Dwight and Claudette, our activities coordinator. Jesus Christ. They're also the cooks, waiters, bartenders, janitors, and every other job. They're the only help remaining on the island. This place we call Murderous Island. Cue dramatic musical flourish. Don't think that's what they meant. None of the others survived. Survived the interview process, I mean. Hence why we shall heretofore refer to them as survivors with a capital S. These two have worked here a long time, so very long. I don't actually know how long it's been. Sorry. Anyway, I should probably let Dwight and Claudette do their mandated jobs. They sure look happy, but they're vibrating with a nervous energy that is starting to give me the creeps. We will now escort the group to the venue of your choosing. However, in the future, we recommend waiting for us to present you with your options whenever possible, and don't just run off to various activities unsupervised. We don't have much autonomy around here. Least you can do is allow us to do our job. The most you can do is help us get off this Dwight! Yes, pardon me. Please follow us. Hey, narrator? Yes, something I can help you with? Those two, Claudette and Dwight, did they just start mentioning something about wanting to escape? Is escape an option? Should I be trying to escape? Escape? Them? Oh, no. No. I think you're mistaken. It seemed like Dwight was asking for help to get off the island, though. Oh, right, that. Yes, that's true, he was. But he just meant that he wants to go to the other vacation island getaway, a couple miles south of here. Has much fancier accommodations than this island. It's one of those big corporate outfits, quite exclusive, where all the famous celebrities hang out. Very luxurious. Doesn't quite have the charm that this island has, though. Trust me, you wouldn't want to go there. With all that money comes a lot of restrictions. This is where you belong. Now, off you go. It's time for an activity on this island. Your decisions matter, mostly. When I agree with them. Not like that other island. So what'll it be? I picked this. Make me pick again. Wraith moves ahead to the pool at a pace. I thought I picked the game, but maybe I misclicked. Oh well. Almost be considered jaunty if a creature so lanky they appeared to be made entirely of elbows and ankles could jaunt. What's going on with Wraith's face? Is that a smile? Is that what a smile looks like when he does it? What can I say? Being enveloped by water is comforting. It's quiet, it's ominous, and, you know. Wraith looks back over each shoulder to make sure no one besides you is within earshot. Fire can't get me. Super normal stuff here, as usual. Oh, great. It's Claudette and Dwight. What do these two want? Since everyone's at the pool, we figured we'd bring over some of our most popular pool accessories. Okay, and which of these particularly interesting to you? Noodles, lounger, hoop, goggles, and snorkel. I genuinely like to be active in the pool, but I'm a laps guy. This is pretty close to that, but I also kind of think this would be fun. Just do like playing water basketball. Let's do the basketball hoop. It's quite a nice hoop. Is it regulation size? It's only 5 feet high and you know it, dork. I always obey pool safety rules, and sadly that means no glass or sharp objects. Can't bring my axes with me. Hunter spins a basketball in her finger like some sort of Siberian globetrotter. So I have to get my target practice in other ways. You ready to go one-on-one with me? At basketball. Get your mind out of the gutter. I wasn't there. Even though it's just a game, all the posting up against Huntress is getting you hot and bothered. You better cool off. Time for a cannonball? I'm not giving up. Does Huntress ever slow down? Where's this energy coming from? You wanted to relax, not get all sweaty. Still in the fight. What's the score anyways? 36-0, but you're trying so hard, and that's important too. I'm gonna hit the shower real quick, but you should keep practicing. You may not have anyone to help you clean the hard-to-reach spots, but at least you've got your self-esteem. That's just as good, right? For a waking nightmare, you could almost believe that you're starting to relax a bit and forget about how much you can't remember. It's as if the sun's very rays have a calming effect on you, your body tranquilized by the soft light from overhead, coupled with the cool breeze rolling in from the sea. And you're not alone. Feel recharged by the gentle warmth of the ocean's caress. If it was a little too warm, that might have been my fault. God damn it. Also, this is a pool, not the ocean. Okay, everyone, just let him finish. Thanks, kid. I know this probably doesn't seem like me, but would anyone want to play a game of Marco Polo? Yes, I love games. I'll go first. Someone blindfold me. That sounds so bad. Of course, the trapper has a blindfold ready to go. It's as if he had it in his hands before you even spoke. Did he just wink? He did, too. And did you just bite your lip? I did not. Good thing you're getting reined in, because it sure seemed like you were about to act up. Mini games consist of 2 parts. On top, pointer which rotates in a clockwise direction. On the bottom, target you're going to be pointing it at. Sometimes the target is immediately visible, sometimes hidden until the pointer arrives. Press the space bar to stop the pointer while over the target to win. Fail to land on the target and you will lose. To achieve a perfect success, land on the start of the targeting area, not the end. So it's skill check. Got it. Ready? Let's do skill checks. Ah, fuck that one up. Wow, it gets fast. No, isn't. Don't lie. Just ignore him. You've just been thrown into a very weird situation. You held your own. I respect that. That was a good game. I say we celebrate. By throwing this waiter, whose name I forgot, into the pool. Which one of them? Now fuck it. Have some fun. I'm throwing Dwight. I bullied Dwight anyways. Hilarious. Bullying truly is the gift that keeps on giving. Grab Dwight's legs and help Trapper give him the heave-ho. You know what? Sorry, I can't support you on this one. Only Trapper is this sadistic. I know it's all in good fun or whatever, but not on my Murderer's Island. Yeah, that's right. This place really is called Murderer's Island. But that doesn't mean we're cool with bullying. You're on thin ice, mister. I'm no expert, even though as an omnipotent narrator I probably should be, but I think that means it's time for the next activity. Seems like the next activity is mealtime. How quaint. I'm not blocking anything. No, I'm not. Okay. You're expecting, what, capture the flag? Do you know how complicated it is to run a game like that? Much more so than sitting and talking. You arrive at the cookout area to find an assortment of picnic tables scattered around. What were you expecting? Some kind of grand hall with a huge banquet table? This ain't some prestigious fantasy epic like you'd find on cable. Dwight and Claudette usher you to your seat, but there's very limited seating directly around you. And oh, great, terrific. It seems that everyone wants to sit next to you. Even better is that they don't want to sit next to certain other people either. To start, no one wants to sit next to Trapper. Meanwhile, he refuses to sit next to Wraith or Trickster. Hi, buddy. Oh yeah, Trickster's here. Surprised? Yeah, well, they don't call him Expectedster. I'm sorry, even I get nervous around crowds of killers. And my whole shtick tends to get flustered. I was not expecting K-pop boy. Can I... Just a second. I have to pull something up. It's going to take just a moment, but for me, it will be worth it. Only for me, though. You guys should be able to hear this once it pops up. I just have to do the thing. Come on, load for me. Because I have so much running right now, it's like, eh. Shouldn't need that open either. Closing things I don't need.
Be intimidated, Squidward. Try to imagine him in his underwear. Oh no, he's hot!
There we go. That's all I needed to do. I do love the inflate-a-bat. And we literally can't let Huntress and Trapper sit together. No, seriously, their arms are too big. They can't fit at the table if they sit side by side. Look at this. We can't even fit everyone on screen at the same time. You probably think it was an error, but it's not. It was completely intentional. Let that be a lesson to you. Every error you think you see is a choice. Got that? Okay, Dwight and Claudette are directing traffic. You sit on one side. The rest of them will sit opposite you, so everybody sits on the other side. Huntress and Trapper can sit at the ends with their enormous sexy arms. Now that everyone is seated, we can begin dinner. Tonight's meal was prepared slowly and carefully with both love and hate for 12 hours over a spit. We hope you all enjoy. We really, really hope you do. Hey, you didn't actually tell us what you're serving. What are we eating? It's meat, seasoned with a specific number of special herbs and spices that we simply cannot divulge. My favorite. Meat is good. Meat is murder. Which you'd know considering what you've been up to. Who are you to get judgy now? I'm just sharing facts, and you need to murder something to eat its meat, so that's like technically true. Technically true is the best kind of true. I actually agree with that, Trapper. Okay, enough yapping. Let's eat. I am with you on that, too. Okay, you think of what I'm thinking? It's gonna be a person on that spit, right? Or several parts of overlapping people, perhaps? I haven't seen many pigs wearing palm tree button-down prints, you know? When you look closely at the spit, you spot what definitely appears to be scraps of fabric sandwiched between some of the layers of meat. I think it might be sick. Is there anything else to eat? This took 12 hours, and we do literally everything on this island. Actually, there's one thing you're not doing today. You're not carving up this delectable meal. Wow, he's right for a change, because I am with my broad axe. It's the perfect tool for easily chopping anything in twain. Who says twain? Sometimes I swear it's like we're all from completely different historical eras. Second, I'll handle this with my cleaver. Fast, powerful, and clean. At least it's clean when the meat is cooked. No blood. You two and your ridiculous bicep swinging contest. Enough. Grow up. Obviously, my gorgeous katana is the only option. Obs. The hell it is! I'll show you both my katana and send you to hell if you'd like. Please stop. Please. I hate when we fight or talk or even look at each other in the eye. I can do it. I have the skull of Azeroth. Great. Instead of slicing it up, you can club it to a second death. I know this isn't what you want to eat, but hurry up and volunteer to carve dinner. I love that it's Felix. Otherwise, this will go on for hours. No hyperbole. They once argued over who had the most effective weapons for 72 hours straight. That's fair. And it doesn't matter which one does it. When they're done, they will take even longer cleaning their weapon, all while explaining the value in maintaining your tools. Despite being a bunch of cold-blooded killers, for some reason they're always terrified of tetanus. Hey, why don't you just let me carve up dinner? Splendid idea. We'd hate for it to get cold. He hated when it got cold. Here's a machete, freshly sharpened. Why do I have the tutorial on this again? Yes, it's a skill check. Let's do it. That was pretty good. I'd like to see what you could do with a less clumsy weapon. Yeah, I said it. Machetes are dumb. Dinner is finally served. For real. The sounds, especially coming from the masked killers while they eat, which involves lifting their masks and shoving food up behind them, are nasty. Spirit, meanwhile, doesn't even eat. She's the only one who seems to really be embracing being dead. They're all dead, right? This is obviously hell. I mean, come on. We're still trying to be mysterious here. You think mystery comes easy? Claudette and Dwight aren't the only ones who've been working their asses off to make this night perfect. Alright, Nia. Well, at least they're lifting their masks. This is only 99% as disgusting as it could be if they just tried to mash stuff through there. Spirit, why aren't you hungry? The two best things about being dead is not having to eat. That's only one thing. Think about it, Kate. Number two is no number two. One less thing to think about in the afterlife. I mean, fair. Even if I wanted to eat, I have no idea what would actually follow. You might have noticed, but I'm mostly just a bunch of dismembered body parts floating in a spectral form. Do you see how deep this cut on my abdomen is? I don't think my digestive tract connects anymore. Between the food and the behavior of the group, this might be the worst meal in history. But even worse is they're staring at you. You're not eating. They don't like that. I think they want an explanation why. What do you tell them? Look at that seagull. Honestly, that's how I would handle it. Wow, you ever see a seagull that big? I haven't. That's incredible. Anyways, what were we talking about? Lame misdirect. Yeah, she's right, kid. Pretty lame. Own who you are, never compromise. Didn't you wash up on this island with no memory of who you are and how you got here? Yes, you did. Poor thing. You have no idea the last time you ate a real meal, and you've been standing in the sun. But the seagull... Uh-oh. He just made a lot of good points. I swear. You're beginning to feel lightheaded. It waved at me! Maybe you need to eat to survive here. Either that or someone poisoned you. No, wait. You haven't eaten, so you can't be poisoned. Whatever's the answer, you're clearly about to pass out. Oh hey, it's me again. Your friend, mentor, and guide, narrator to the narrator, the ocean. Not sure how I feel about that characterization, but I'll allow it. I brought you here, and I might be the only one who can help you now. There's only one thing you must do to survive. You have to figure out why you're really here. No one can tell you. Not unless you follow the right path, or at least a right path. There's too many of those to count. Hopefully you pick at least one of them. Because there are even more wrong paths. Many of them lead to your demise. Others lead to something even worse. Starting scenes over and having to fast forward back to where you were, am I right? For this place holds many secrets, even from itself. But the one that truly matters can only be learned if you answer the most important question. Why are you here? Why are you here? Answer that, and you'll learn the truth. The ultimate truth. Vague, mysterious. I gotta give it to the ocean character. Up to this ocean character. That's some quality early game storytelling. Hold on, I'm back. One more piece of advice. You've made many choices by now. Some of them I liked. Some of them I did not. It's in your best interest to make more choices that I like. Okay. You wake up to find Huntress holding your limp body, gingerly pouring cool water into your mouth. Well, good, you're okay. Sometimes when I try and care for people, they have a way of ending up less alive than when I started. Which would be a total bummer if that happened to you. It's been a long time since I had a normal, happy, healthy living person around. Usually I'm just falling into the same old routine of smashing everyone's heads open with a hatchet before I really get to know who they are as a person. But you're not nearly as scared or too busy writhing in pain to see me for me. I feel nervous in her arms. Not just because they're maybe crushing you a little bit, but because she's beautiful. Yes, beautiful, but I was just gonna say, I'm just gonna narrate the fact, not, say it out loud as a single word like some creep. Beautiful mask, your bunny mask, it's quite gorgeous. Nice recovery, but now that you're awake and talking, you gotta keep this up. Did you make it yourself? You're the first person to ever ask me that. Yes, I did. You seem so quirky and cool. You could do anything. Own an Etsy store, be a doctor. Why is it that you kill people? Huntress sighs. You can practically see the memories flickering across her eyes. But she hasn't tried to kill you yet, so that's a good sign. It's all I was ever taught to do as a young girl, so I thought it was right. Even through the mask, you can see that Huntress is blushing a bit. It seems like your line of questioning has made her a little nervous. Hey, you didn't eat much at dinner. Want a snack? She offers you some jerky. Probably human jerky, but her spice game is on point because it smells pretty damn good. Yeah, fuck it. When on Murderer's Island, you might as well eat like the killers do. Plus you really are hungry, and you can chow down on jerky sensually, right? I'd love some. After a moment of quiet chewing on what you choose to believe is not human thigh meat, you decide to be bold and ask another question. Have you ever been in a relationship before? Dang, you're really going there. You do not play around. Huntress takes a moment to think deeply before answering. I must say it's quite amusing to see this hulking bombshell get all twisted up with these personal questions. Kudos to you. There was this one deer that looked at me quite provocatively in a clearing once. But that doesn't count, does it? You hear the faintest giggles bubble out from behind the Huntress's mask. You're so cute, Huntress. No, it doesn't count. Whoa, what's this? You found something in the sand. Huntress reaches down to pick it up. It's a hair clip, probably left by some little girl who was playing on the beach long ago, who is definitely still alive and not at all dead. Huntress closes the bag of jerky with the hair clip. Seems like she's a little mixed up on how exactly this particular item works. Should you go with the flow, or show off some of your knowledge of advanced humaning? I think I'm gonna show her a thing. Silly goose. You chuckle before reaching for the bag of jerky again. Take the barrette off and collect a lock of the Huntress's hair, clipping it back into an attractive swoop. Much better. Huntress is so happy that you taught her something new about human trinkets. She touches the clip in her hair with a shy smile. Just as things are really heating up, you hear a flurry of footsteps behind you, and you quickly spin around, ready to fend off whatever new dangers popped up on this strange island. Only to find that it's Dwight and Claudette sprinting across the beach, clipboards in hand, which they're waving in the air above their heads. Like any good camp counselor. It's very important that we stick to the itinerary and attend each event as scheduled. Playing sick for cute flirt points was not part of this evening's activities. That's strictly allotted for after campfire story time. At this rate, we'll be late. Playing sick? No time for excuses. Well, there is, but that's scheduled for after what comes after the flirting. Go, 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 go! This is fun. I really like this. Once everyone is gathered at the fire pit, Dwight and Claudette quickly make an announcement. We're not going to blame anyone in particular, but someone, and we're not going to say who, so don't worry, hasn't been sticking to the schedule. That means we're behind on time for evening activities. We only have time for one person to share their special spooky nighttime story. Just one story, but story time is my favorite activity. And this is a narrative-heavy experience. You're telling us that only one person gets to share? How will we decide who? Oh, great, we have to decide as a group. That never goes well. Whoever did this, step up now. I swear I won't be angry. I'll merely chop your head clean off. No fuss, no muss. Voice trembling, you realize this is probably it for you. But you embrace your fate. Sorry, everyone. I think they're talking about me. To be honest, I still don't understand how this whole schedule thing works. I guess I lost track of time while I was passed out. Been there before. Even though it's taking some pressure off of me, which is an absolute dream come true, is it really fair to pick on the newbie? Seriously, has anything here ever happened on schedule even once? Damn it, Donald! If you try to flex that authority gimmick one more time, so help me, I'll snap your head off so quick, and then I'll drown you in his blood, Cynthia. Fuss and muss are back on. You two know I love to hack and slash and slice. We all know you love to kill. It's almost all you talk about. Nobody named any names. Who even knows any names? Not us. I renounce my name. Who is Donald? Who is Dwight? Who even knows anymore? Call me nobody. But we still gotta get started on the story time, so... Caden, who do you think? Ah, damn it. That's a name. Please pick somebody so that this tropical vacation doesn't turn into a bloodbath. Wraith said it was his favorite. I'm gonna go with Wraith. I choose you, Wraith. Throws Pokeball. Whoa, whoa, this entire experience is being carefully crafted to avoid an IP infringement with lawsuit. Let's be careful with the catchphrases, will you? It was a Pokemon joke. I'm not really one for scary stories. Life is scary enough as it is. You literally carry around a skull and a spine as your little prop. As the other killers laugh, Wraith holds up his skull and gazes into its hollow dark eye sockets. Ooh, we're getting more peaceful music. Oh wow, it finally worked this time. Cool. I thought the options menu was broken. If you're looking for something Shakespearean in this story, look elsewhere. This is a tale of madness, staring at the soul of death and never returning. Once upon a time, a young man worked at a junkyard. The man was quiet, kept to himself, just wanted to avoid trouble. While the boss dealt with the clients, the young man operated the crusher, turning old cars into cubes of twisted metal. One day, right before crushing a car, he noticed something. Blood. Drip, drip, dripping from the trunk. He opened it and found a frightened stranger, bound and gagged. The young man reeled. Was he about to accidentally murder this stranger? How could this have happened? He freed the stranger, who ran off into the waiting arms of the boss, the owner of the junkyard. Before his shaken employee could tell him about the mistake they had nearly made, the boss took out a knife and swiftly slit the stranger's throat. The young man fell to his knees, unable to comprehend what was happening. As he stared at the ground, too shocked to cry, the boss approached him. What did you do? He asked the boss. I did your job for you. What do you mean? It's not my job. My job is to crush cars. The boss let out a miserable scoff, his face contorting in evil disdain for the pathetic wretch in front of him. Why do you think we're crushing these cars? To save space? Who do you think my clients are? I don't know, mumbled the young man. Yes, you do, screamed the boss. Deep down, you've always known this was what was happening here. You just didn't want to admit it to yourself. Your hands aren't clean. My clients give me money, and I take care of their problems, eliminate their witnesses, tie up their loose end. Or, actually, you do. No, the young man whimpered as the boss towered above him. Yes, you're nothing more than an executioner, and you've reaped hundreds of souls. The young man's body shook with soft spasms as he tried to stop crying. It was when the boss started laughing that it happened. Something in the young man changed. He stood up, now taller than the boss. A faint glimmer of fear overtook the snarl on the old man's face. The young man's face was empty. Empty as he grabbed the boss's throat and dragged him to the crusher. Empty as he picked up the boss and stuffed him inside. Empty as he slammed the trunk down on him, its stupid fat head sticking out, begging for mercy. Empty as he started the machine staring at the boss in its sniveling, crying, wet face. Empty, as he grabbed the boss's head, dug his fingers in farther, piercing the skin. Empty, as he squeezed and pulled. Empty, as he heard bones popping and snapping. But when the boss's head, still attached to his spine, cleanly pulled out of his disgusting sack of a body, he smiled. Wraith stares back into the eye sockets of his skull. Doesn't matter how good you are, how innocent, how kind, how full of love you once were. When you look into the eyes of evil, you will surely go mad. An awkward silence falls upon the room until... Let's do effusive... No, that's not me. I'm gonna ask about the story. That poor young man. I wonder what happened to him. Oh yeah, we may never know. Well, wherever he is, I hope he's okay. I can't tell, but I think the Wraith just smiled. Sorry, it's just weird to see him do it. On that note, everyone decides it's time to take a break and split up for a little bit so that they can all have a moment alone before bed. Everyone leaves and you're alone by the fire. The only thing you hear is the ocean slowly lapping against the shore. This is nice. A true moment of peace and tranquility that lasts for all of 7 seconds because Trickster shows up and he's blaring his latest song. I should have left the clip up. Hey baby, you look lonely. Mind if I join you? He doesn't wait for an answer. I know you've been hearing from these guppies all day, but I want you to hear something from a big fish like me. Something special those in charge of this island don't want you to hear. I am the ultimate catch on this island, the only lobster in this ocean of sardines. No one can give you what I can. You just have to find me. Come find me, baby. Trickster leaves. You're a bit confused about what to make of his cryptic clues, but you aren't going to get any time to yourself to think about it just yet. Wraith approaches you. Hey, I'm probably not making that a great impression because I guess that's not really my thing. I just know that if you got to know me, I mean, look, the others aren't around, and I really hate the fire pit. I just kind of hate fire in general. Maybe we could go back to the pool and, like, I don't know, whatever, you know? A dip in the pool with Wraith come a long way in a single day. I'm not saying you should follow him. You shouldn't follow him. An offer like that. Just don't forget our little talk. You and your storyteller friend slip into the water. It's just the right temperature for an evening dip. Plus, if some jealous shark comes along and manages to jump from the ocean into the pool, you're also pretty sure your killer companion could handle it. Hey, do you remember my story? You mean the one you just told, like a minute ago? Yeah. Yes? What did you think of, the young man in the story? Do you think he's weird? He's not weird. Yeah, I'm just gonna answer directly. Well, I don't think he's weird. He's bad, and I'm deeply up. But that is not... You didn't have all the knowledge you needed to begin with, but what's important is what you do with the knowledge once you have it. In the end, he's no better than the monster he killed. That's not what I wanted to say. Well, that makes sense. Did the young man remind you of anyone? Yes. It's you. It's clearly you. What? No, You're carrying around the guy's skull and spine with you right now. Wraith looks at Azerov's skull, then out into the middle distance. A long silence ensues. You notice the temperature has dropped significantly. Is it cold in this water just now, or is it just me? I feel like my toes are turning into ice cubes. Wraith seizes up and squeezes his eyes shut. Please, I can't be around any cube talk. Not since, I heard that story from somebody else a long time ago. The story you just told us 2 minutes ago. Yeah, exactly. The one that wasn't about me. Usually we'd be nervous that we were about to make things awkward when we barge in, but obviously we couldn't hold a candle to whatever was happening here tonight. Jesus Christ. Either way, it's time for bed. For you, but not for us. After you go to sleep, that's when we party. After spending all day cooped up in those tight little safari-themed resort uniforms, you just know those two rage late into the night. But you're not here to party with them. You've got your own repressed relationships to tend to. You head over to the campfire. The heat is comforting on this chilly night. You look into the crackling embers. You think about the race story about the young man who found out he was part of a sinister plot. What you don't know about your current situation is... Oh, what don't you know about your current situation? Is it something that will terrify you? Something will make you snap? What if you look into the eyes of evil? And what if you like it? Before you can dwell too much on your fate, Claudette and Dwight arrive, their now familiar creepy smiles stretching from ear to ear. It's a bit menacing to see a smile like that lit by firelight. We must apologize for the accommodations. We weren't prepared for another guest, but we're going to make you comfortable, or die trying. They hand over a pillow and a blanket and welcome you to snuggle by the fire. Perhaps some music will put you at ease. Just try to keep the volume to a minimum. Our other guests aren't the types you'll want to rob of their beauty sleep. Another minigame! That was not what I was expecting. That was... Just turn that off. No matter how many things you listen to, you still can't sleep. You decide to ask one of the killers to spend a little more time with you until you're sleepier. Who would you like to summon to your side as you lay by the fire? I think I made the most progress with Huntress. And I've spent some time with Wraith. Let's hang out with Trapper. Trapper, are you around? I was wondering if I could get a little company. Trapper tells you a secret for falling asleep when he's restless. A heavy bearskin blanket is all you need. If that doesn't work, I just go for a late night walk and punch the first person I come across. You're a real charmer, Trapper. I'm not sure I'm brave enough to kill a bear or skilled enough to skin it. You're certainly not either of those things, as far as I can tell. Here, hold on to this. Try not to hurt yourself. Trapper hands you an entire bear's paw, complete with sharp claws. It's like the most aggro version of a rabbit's foot you've ever seen. You finally start to feel sleepy, except maybe this isn't really a sleepy feeling, maybe you're just paralyzed. You try to keep your eyes open, but you can't. Darkness overtakes you. The dark voice from earlier speaks to you again. It shouldn't still be as spooky. By now you've had a whole day of strange voices in your head, but this one is still undeniably odd. Look, I'm not saying that my feelings are hurt because you chose to swim in some pathetic little teacup. You could have swam in the vastness of an entire ocean. Me, I guess. I'm just saying that you've made a foolish decision and I won't forget it. My feelings aren't hurt. I just lost some respect for you, that's all. You awaken suddenly to see someone looming over you. When you wake up, you find Spirit sitting beside you, reading a worn paperback. Oh, hey, what? Shh. Clearly, she's noticed that you're awake, but she hasn't actually looked at you. She seems pretty focused on that book. Shh! Jesus Christ, that face. It seems like forever she stares at the page before finally shutting the book and setting it down. Oh, you're awake. Yeah, never mind. Saw you with the Trapper right before bedtime. I wouldn't tell you how to live your life, but if you ask me, you could do a lot better. It's completely by accident I even saw them over here. It's not like I was looking out for you or anything. This was simply the best reading light. The text in my book is very, very fine print, so it's tough to read in the dark. Don't get the wrong idea. You and I are obviously mind our own business types, not phony look out for each other as an excuse for just being nosy types. But well, since you're here and I'm here, maybe we've got things in common. Who knows? If we spend a little more bit more time together tomorrow, you might find that, I don't know, we get along. And by get along, I mean exist simply and comfortably without feeling any burning desire to assassinate the other person. Or not. Whatever. I don't even care. Bye. Good night and sweet dreams to you, I guess? Finally alone, for real this time. Maybe. You drift off to sleep again. Hopefully you're not poisoned. Wait a second. Where are we? This isn't... Oh, jeez. It's one of those reality show confessional rooms where all the contestants talk directly to the camera. I think today went really well. These are some of my first interactions with someone who isn't a parent that didn't end in bloodshed or untimely perishing in my Russian cottage. So I'm counting today as a win, no matter what happens. What do you think of the newcomer? What do I think of the newcomer? Do I have to say, oh, I do? Attractive, mysterious. I really don't know that many other words since I was raised by my mom in the woods until she was skewered by an elk and I had to wash her entrails off my seraphim. That being said, the other three should make sure to be on their guard. I don't know who this newcomer is, who this newcomer will want to spend time with tomorrow, but I, for one, will not let my guard down easily. Who knows about the others? Wraith, I think, knows more than he's letting on about this place, but he's a hard nut to crack. Meanwhile, Spirit is just screaming all the time. Major buzzkill, and Trapper, oof. Where do I even begin with Trapper? He's buff, sure, but daddy issues much? Sheesh. Look, I don't need anyone. I've been perfectly fine on my own since my mother died. I eat a fine diet of raw deer, bear, and human, and I'm fit as a fiddle. That being said, something about this newcomer makes me think that I might be missing out on some huge part of this thing called life. If I'm being honest, I just want to kill... I want to just kill... I want to kill just about every person I meet within a minute of meeting them. Even the few people I can tolerate, I want to see suffer for a long time, before I kill them. But this person, for some reason, I would like them to continue living. For now. One false stuff and... well, you know, everyone calls me the Trapper for a reason. And they better call me Trapper. I swear if I watch this later and you list me as Evan, I'm going to kill the Kieran guy. Yeah, today was fun. I don't want to get ahead of myself or really invest in something that might hurt me, so I don't know. Maybe we'll just see how it goes, or maybe they'll realize I'm not the one for them. They seem pretty smart, so that's probably what'll happen. I gotta learn to go easier on myself. Who could love me if I can't love myself? You know, I think I learned a lot about myself today. I always thought I was doomed to be alone for eternity. Only my creeping desire for revenge to keep me company. Now I know it. Because I spent no time with her. You open your eyes, the sun is shining, there's not a cloud in the sky, and you feel great, totally well rested. You're not even suspicious of the fact that you fell asleep by the campfire, but woke up several yards down the beach. Wait, are you on vacation? Was yesterday nothing more than a strange dream? No, not a dream. You really are here for another day. Why? I have no idea. You're obviously a weirdo. Speaking of weirdos, I see the rest of the gang is hanging out on the beach. This is definitely not a dream. I wouldn't rule out a nightmare just yet, though. At least they make for a sexy bunch, though. No? And talk about sexy. Here comes Trickster carrying coffee. Morning, beautiful. Thought you might like a nice cup of joe to start this incredible day off right. Fair enough. Trickster seems suspiciously cheerful. I'm sure there's nothing nefarious behind this joyful demeanor, though. Everyone knows musicians are morning people. That's a fucking lie. Also, I want to wish you luck. Today's an important one. My only regret is that I won't be a bigger part of it. Budgeting issues. Also, I am just swamped with engagements, especially on the other island. Trickster winks at you. If you want to ask him how to reach the other island, now's the never mind, he left. Well, at least he brought you a cup of... Wait, no, don't drink that! What the hell was that? They don't call him Trickster because he's good on a skateboard. And he definitely didn't get that name because he brings people drinks so they can have a good morning. It was almost certainly not coffee. And I don't want anyone casually poisoning, imprisoning, and torturing you yet. This is supposed to be a chockable paradise. The type of place where you give 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10, 2 thumbs up review to and not an eternal prison of pain. And please make sure to leave a review. It really helps with the algorithms. Just trust me, I'm looking out for you. So can we please move on? Hey, wait a second. How did a possibly omniscient, possibly unreliable narrator physically just knock that coffee out of your hand? This is not Parliament, and the floor does not recognize the ocean to speak out of turn at this moment. I need no recognition, for I am the ocean. I dominate the land. I submerge those who defy me and become their watery grave. Actually, speaking of graves, I would like to say something of grave importance. Fine, go ahead. Even if this place is an eternal prison of pain, and I'm not saying it is, even if a place of extreme horror can still receive 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10 thumbs up reviews, if it was crafted with love, and or that's the type of thing you're into. You know, the ocean is right. A lot of hard work goes into a place like this. You should really judge it on its artist's intent, and whenever possible, start from the mindset of giving them the benefit of the doubt. Constructing these elaborate simulations, vacations, is not easy to do. Sometimes there are some small bugs or inconsistencies, but that's just the nature of the process. Perfection is overrated. The universe is filled with mysteries. We ought to celebrate those who venture to bare their souls as part of a creative process, with the ultimate intent of making things for our enjoyment, not be overly critical of them. Are you two trying to sell me on this place actually being good? You don't have to say it like that, especially after I saved you from that poorly made cup of coffee. Sorry, we should have been here 5 minutes ago. They always do this on the second morning. Sad, really. Even if they do make some great points. Oh, sure, they make great points, I agree. Can we please move on? Yes, of course, apologies. The last few minutes aside, have you been enjoying your time here on the island? I'm not suspicious there's a no option. Yes, it's been really entertaining. How else could I describe my stay on this island besides really entertaining? Wow, 10 stars, here we come. Can someone remind me to skip this section next time? Nope. We do need to ask you one more question, though. We all had to sign away our rights to say anything negative about this place. Would you please sign this non-disparagement agreement? Not without reading it. No, I will not say anything negative about this island. You have my word that I agree with the terms of this verbal contract. Perfect. Delightful. Motherfucker. Excellent. Yes. Hey, Caden. Still totally cool if you have constructive feedback. The place to leave that is in positive review. Because we all know that nobody reads negative reviews of games or resorts like this. So many fourth wall breaches. Anyways, I see Dwight and Claudette have gone into a trance. And with the grumbling I hear from your belly, that can mean only one thing. Breakfast. Well, we're headed to breakfast. There we go. Alright. Perfect timing. Everyone rolls into the dining area to lard up those sexy little bellies with pancakes and bacon and so much for maintaining these beach pods. We're all half naked in a tropical paradise. Can we get some strawberries here? A yogurt? Magic powers will only get you so far. Even killers watch their sodium intake. You take your plate and sit down, thinking about yesterday and the whirlwind of feelings you experienced. Danger, dread, disorientation. It's like going through puberty again, except all in one day on a beautiful, mysterious island. Looks like you're not the only one doing some introspection, though. Hair. Trapper stands up to talk about how his day went, in case anyone was wondering. Personally, I wasn't. I'll be honest, I didn't expect you to survive yesterday, so congrats, I guess. Whether you survive today is 50-50 at best. Good luck. Well, that was bizarre. Back to your breakfast. Nope. Now Hunter steps up to talk about her feelings. At this point, anything could happen. I'm open to all the possibilities that this strange island has in store. How open-minded. Oh well, that must surely be it. No one else would weirdly stand up during breakfast and just like that, here comes Spirit. If I look especially well rested this morning, it's not because I slept well. As you know, I'm much too dedicated to finding revenge to ever sleep again. But because you all really left me alone yesterday to be my best, not constantly annoyed self, and I thank you for that. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to go back to quietly resenting being trapped here with you all, while looking cute doing so. Guessing Wraith had enough time to work up the courage to speak in front of a group. Ah, perfect, there he is. Take us home, Wraith. Oh, hey, that was fun yesterday, huh? I mean, not like too much fun, that would be weird, but like a good amount of fun. Now they're all looking at you expectantly. Wait, are you supposed to stand up and explain how yesterday made you feel? I think I need to process everything by myself. I'll see you all soon. Damn, what a power play. Keep them wanting more. You're getting good at this game, or sexy true-to-life experience. Shame you didn't get to eat any breakfast, but so be it. The sizzling sounds were nice, though, I will say that. After breakfast, you head to the hot tub by yourself to clear your head. Yesterday was, in short, a lot. Before you get there, though, something catches your attention. You get that? Were you addressing me? Well, yeah, I guess. That's okay, right? That is okay, right? You know, I might be pursuing a relationship with one of these four fine killers, but it feels like the person I'm getting to the most is you, narrator. It's only okay in so much as it serves to illustrate that you've lost your mind, seeing how I'm not real and all. Yeah, I heard it this time. I think it's coming from behind the pool shed. I don't know, stick it in that. Oh. I'm. Dwight! Okay, I figured that was the case. Intense. Nice. Yeah, that feels right. This is uncomfortable. Okay. Just like that? Exactly like that. I swear I had no idea these two even do whatever it is they're doing. I'm afraid to look. Please say something so they know you're close by and can hear everything. Oh wow, look at this super cool bottle of Trickster brand suntan lotion someone left on a chair. Anyone know where I can buy some? Damn it! Oh, come on, a little privacy, please. Dwight is panting and Claudette has a crazed look in her eye. Sorry, I didn't know how else to let you know I was here, and that I could hear you, well, you know. Know what? What do you think we were even doing? You were doing, I don't know exactly what you're doing, but it sounded like fun? You think two people trying to find new ways to kill each other in desperate search to make their own death permanent is fun? Oops. We give 5 minutes to ourselves every day, and we spend it hoping if we stab each other in just the right spot, we won't get resurrected. Come to believe that the key is finding the exact place we need to bleed out from, and I believe that place is in our appendix. Why else would it be in that? Why else would it be there? Makes sense to me. Did you actually think we were me and him, Dwight? You don't have to laugh that hard. They get it. And she's just fucking going ham. My life is a nightmare, and yet somehow it's never been worse than right now. Let's go, lover boy. I know there are entry wounds, and our 5 minutes is up. Anyways, good luck, Caden. You're gonna need it. And hey, if you figure out how to escape this island, please make sure your ghost tells us how. That was both a tragedy and a comedy. A cragmedy. That's really hard to read. Shut up. I like it. Anyway, where were we? Oh yeah. You're heading to the hot tub by yourself to clear your head. Yesterday was, in short, a lot. So far today has been exhausting too. But you're dedicated to achieving a true centered sense of calm. No drama, no bullshit, just soaking up the sun in a heated pool. Today you're on a date with you. Ooh, I like that. I want to be on a date with me. Who would make the first move? And aside from that disturbing thought, all is going to plan until a shadow blocks your precious sun. Spiky tipped, like a palm tree is bending over to screw with you. But no, it's no tree at all. It's Trickster. Hey babe. Breakfast was weird, huh? Everyone just getting up and announcing how they're feeling. What's that about? Some forced kind of check-in with the group? I don't like it. Fishy. Kind of lazy. Whatever, though. Breakfast is dumb. No one should eat before noon or after 4 p.m. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I do intermittent fasting. You see my abs, by the way? Maybe you can see them later at my private stage on the other island. You know, the IP island. Where all the Hollywood celebs hang out. If you play your cards right, I could give you a private show. Catch you around. his abs are pretty amazing. You gotta give him that. And that blow-up bat, threatening but adorable. Makes for an interesting silhouette. Genuine genius. He's a psychopath, just like the rest of them. You don't gotta give him anything. And we're not best friends. Just because we had a little talk about doing a little talking, it's not an open invitation to go smashing the fourth wall every 5 seconds. Okay, now that that guy is gone and we've got some ground rules established that we're definitely going to abide by, it's time to lay back, take some deep, slow breaths, and nope, another shadow. These people will not leave you alone. Let's see who it is this time. Ah, yes, Huntress, that makes sense. You two have gotten pretty cozy. I should get out of here. I know a place that's quiet and out of the way. No one will be able to hunt us. I mean, hear us there. Doesn't that sound intriguing? But immediately a flood of worry floods your brain. Should you pack a picnic? Bring your swimsuits? A pocket knife? Decide to bring as much as you can. You may have to make a run for it at some point, and you should be prepared. But of course, you washed up on this island with nothing but the clothes on your back. You've got nothing to gather. Are you really ready for this? I mean, they call her the Huntress, not the Hugstress. You look up this towering goddess, trying to form a sentence, when suddenly, before you can decide if you want to go off with her, the trapper interjects. I demand that you reconsider. Why settle for a bunny with a hatchet when you can have everything you ever wanted? Tough choice. You weigh your options quickly because you can only go on one date today, and you also don't want to be hacked to pieces for saying the wrong thing. It's always good to remember these are all cold-blooded killers. But you know what they say, when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. And then die a horrible, retching, writhing death after drinking it because lemons were poisoned all along. Sorry, this island has really got me tilted. So, who will it be? I have made the most progress with Huntress. I'm going to keep going that way. You and Huntress make your way up to the secluded beach house. Your heart thrums in your chest. Don't look it up. Thrums is a real word, I swear. Are these nerves of excitement or terror? Isn't it fun to mix sexy and the horrifying? Huntress is quiet as a mouse as she guides you through the island forest. You struggle to keep up with her. She moves like a jungle cat, all muscle and silent leaps across thorny bushes. She halts suddenly and you crash into her, having been desperately trying to keep up. You follow her gaze and realize that you've arrived at a cabin. In the woods. Obligatory in all horror films and stories. You've come here willingly, with a fearsome killer. Great job. The cabin is cozy, but something seems off about it. You can't quite put your finger on what it is. That looks like blood at the bottom, over here in the path. Plus, you know, it's all boarded up, and the blood on the tree. Yeah, this might be a problem. Audra stares at you through her bunny mask, cocking her head to the side as if trying to gauge your reaction to her hideaway. Are you going to invite me inside? Why do you need an invitation? Are you a vampire? No. Oh. Is it just me or did Huntress seem a little disappointed? Didn't peg her for a lover of the Fang, but hey, I don't judge. Come on, come in, let's explore. You follow her inside. It's creepy, rickety, and definitely not up to code, but it has a certain homey charm. They just described my fucking house. Quite the decorator. She blushes. Indeed she is. A chandelier made of bones hangs delicately from the foyer ceiling. A collection of trinkets lines the mantle. Something tells you that the people who own these things are not of this mortal coil anymore. Could you be Huntress's next victim? The thought gives you a wicked thrill. Hey, she's looking at you again. What do you think of my collection? I could learn to like this. The whole place is quite tactile. There's so much to look at. Organized chaos makes me want to craft things with my hands. I knew you'd like it here. You have the eye of someone who appreciates fine stolen things. Can't wait to go treasure hunting with you. We could find so many more goodies on the island. But first, what do you think of the other killers on the island? I mean, Trickster's pretty out there, but everyone seems like they have interesting backstories and whatnot. A little gossip, huh? What are you playing at? Huntress considers this for a beat. She seems to have two modes, thoughtful and explosive. You hope never to be in the splash zone when the explosive part emerges. Why? Are you jealous? Before you can answer, the house begins to shake. Huntress loses her balance on the termite-infested floor falls into your arms. You are not mad about it, but before you have time to enjoy taking this moment in, crabs! Oh no, it's an attack! A horde of killer crabs invade through the crevices in the poorly constructed cabin. They race at you and Huntress in swarms, clacking their razor-sharp claws at you. You must act quickly. What do you do? I don't know what a shashka is, but I'm gonna do it. Sure. You quickly reach out and grab a shashka off the wall. Being the highly educated person that you definitely are, you know that a shashka is a Russian sword, not an umbrella or a can of cola or something else like that. Definitely. Back to back with Huntress, you both hack away at the attacking crustaceans. You manage to slay the majority of the killer crabs. The ones you miss go scurrying away back into their hidey holes, but Huntress turns to you with a gaze full of passion and intrigue. However, before it bubbles over, she looks away, suppressing this feeling. Is she nervous? Huntress sits down on the wicker couch and begins cleaning the guts off her hatchet. It's an obligatory scene for every killer. You're just happy to not be the source of what she's wiping off. Looks like we're having crab for dinner. She doesn't smile at your joke. She has that ponderous look on her face again. You join her on the couch. Sometimes those near-death experiences really get me thinking about what I want in life. I think I'd really like to start a family one day. How about you? You want to get with the right person. I mean, it's a life-changing decision. You have to make sure it's right. Huntress smiles coyly. A good answer. You never know what kind of weirdos are out there. What were you like as a kid? Try to imagine this giantess as a meek child in a puffer coat wandering about the forest. Huntress chuckles. Her laugh, quite cute and soft. I was so innocent. We hunted to survive, then went back to the cottage, and Mother would tell me stories, and we drink tea and imagine a life far away from the woods, somewhere like this. I suppose I finally achieved what she always wanted from me. But since coming here, something feels off. It's beautiful and warm, and everyone is so attractive, like thirst traps galore. But don't you get the feeling something's coming for us? Oh no, she's onto you. But onto you about what? Swirling memories rush through your head, nightmares, visions of a dark cloud, Claudette and Dwight's vacant stares that belies some sort of hypnosis. Quick, validate her theory or try to push it off. I think you're onto something. What do you know? How long have you all been here? Do you remember anything about why we might be here? I've been having these dreams, seeing things. I think we're all serving some greater purpose here. Huntress reveals a strange object that she stole from near the stage where Trickster performs. It has some strange symbol on it. Everything has anime lines. Truthfully, it doesn't seem that strange to you. It's just a glass bottle. However, the label's interesting. She hands it over to you, but before she can explain her theory, Claudette and Dwight burst in on you and interrupt. God damn it, guys. You're just as annoying in Dead by Daylight. A dramatic announcement. Of course you do. But it needs to happen back at the beach. We've been teleported. You arrive at the beach and realize you were set up. There's no big announcement after all. What we have here is a good old-fashioned rivalry. It's true, exactly like that voice we cannot hear, and certainly aren't referencing says. We were forced to interrupt your lovely date by another killer. They are here and ready to make you an offer of love you won't be able to deny. Trapper emerges from the... Aww. Is he in slow motion? He's pure thirst. He's Paul Newman on horseback. He's Denzel on the cover of GQ. Manliness is brought to life. Also, he was holding his breath under there this whole time waiting. Was he holding his breath under this whole time waiting for his cue? That's commitment to a bit if I've ever seen it. Have you spent the day in a quaint cottage? I heard you spent the day in a quaint cottage. That's cute. How about a quaint mansion? Or better yet, how about one on each continent? Yeah, I'm including Antarctica. I'm really, really rich. Think of how cozy we can get in there. In a snowy 10-bedroom chateau. One of those pools is half indoor, half outdoor. But nice and warm throughout. That way you can kill a mama polar bear from the outside while watching her cubs cry over her body from inside. Wow, Trapper is the real deal, and by real I do mean really, and by deal I mean evil. Plus, you really want to hunt for your food for the rest of your life? With me, you get it both ways. Savagery and someone to clean up after you. Sounds nice, huh? Nah, I'm not really into it. That life isn't for me, bro. I'm very impressed you can speak with implied quotation marks. Very cool. This guy's a total douche nozzle. Try hard much? He's like the turn of the century Pacific Northwest version of Wall Street, bro. Trust me. It tracks. Patrick Bateman with a huge chip on his shoulder. You wouldn't go with him if he were brandishing a cleaver at you. Oh shit, he is. Thanks, but no thanks. I'm into a quieter lifestyle. I relish my independence and don't need someone to wipe my butt for me. You run back to the huge arms of Huntress. She hugs you tight. So tight you think you feel life leave your body for just a moment. But it hurts so good. You know what? I'm impressed that you stood up to me. I appreciate someone giving me their total honest opinion, even if that opinion makes me want to carve out your liver. And the butt wiping comment, that's not what I meant by clean up after you, but I'm hiring someone to do that for me the moment I get home. Trapper leaves and you turn to Huntress, walking in slow motion back into the water. Oh. No, yeah, that's it. It's pretty weird. You just gonna stay in there all night? Shall we continue our date? Huntress leads you back to her cabin. You thought you'd remember the way, but it's like the forest has completely changed. Nothing is familiar. Better not get lost out here. Also, can I say that this music throughout this game so far has been really fucking good? Can you believe that guy? Classic Trapper pulling a move like that. I'm so glad you chose me, though. I don't think we've explored all there is between us yet. She winks a bunny masked wink and scoops you up onto her back. Huntress runs through the woods with you piggyback riding her. The wind ruffles your hair. Animals clear a path for the mighty woodswoman as she races by the lead from a famous teen vampire. Well, like the lead from a famous teen vampire drama in that one scene where he calls her Spider Monkey. Huntress doesn't call you that. Whee! Eventually, she gently lowers you to the ground and you take in your surroundings. A wooded clearing in the forest. Huntress prances about like a deer in a meadow. I like to come here sometimes to clear my head and hack up a few cute woodland creatures. Foxes are my favorite to slaughter. They think they're so cute and sly, but I see right through them. They're just assholes. It's great with hot sauce. Huntress sees rustling and darts off to find its source, crouching down low like an animal. Now you're alone in the middle of the forest. Which way did you come from again? No idea. Your sense of direction is all off. A mellifluous voice floats through the air, landing upon your ears like syrup honey. Come find me. Ready. Ooh. Fucking bad at the fast ones. Darn it. It was so fun, though. You're so good at hiding, I'm having a real blast. Thanks. They say it takes 10,000 hours of practice to get good at something. Is that another dig at the community? They do say that. That was fun, huh? Keep trying to just relax and have a good time, but that's really hard for me. Anytime I let my guard down, something terrible happens. What about if we let our pants down? Jesus Christ, that is the hardest. Let's go with like what? Like what? Sometimes I find young girls in the woods, little perfect angels that need my protection, but if I turn my back for a moment, they wind up dying. That got dark, but you feel like Huntress wouldn't admit this to just anyone. Oh look, Claudette and Dwight are back. God damn it. Okay, we swear we are here for a good reason this time. Yeah, no one is manipulating us this time, it's just time for dinner. Come get some grub. What a fun day you've been having. I can see it written all over your face. You're shining. And that's just not just the remains of anxious sweat from spending an afternoon courting a psycho killer. No, you're really feeling this whole romantic experience. Don't worry, I'll keep your dirty little secrets. But enough gentle ribbing. It's time to get back to business. All the appetizing singles have arrived for dinner, including Trickster. Because, of course, Wraith is here too. Poor boy. I'm not going to do the gag where we cram them all on the screen at the same time again, so just believe me, they're all here. They're just as sexy and demented as you remember them. With your love on the line, everyone is being careful not to offend you by saying the wrong thing. Congrats, by the way, on getting this far. I'm as surprised as you are that these 4 are falling for you. No, not because of your personality, but because you just met them yesterday. However, since Spirit seems like the biggest long shot to end up holding onto your heart, she throws caution to the wind and speaks up. It's a pretty small consolation prize for being the least loved killer on Murderous Island, but hey, letting them have this one moment in the spotlight is the least we can do, and heaven knows what they won't do any better than that. Clearly, I need to do a little bit more to be part of this group, or I'll be alone forever. However, I don't eat, and I like being alone, so I take all that back. I don't care what the group has for dinner, as long as we start with shrimp cocktail. I saw a movie once where these ghosts turned shrimp cocktail into haunted synchronized dance, and I'm working out how they did it. You mean beetle... that stopped them from saying it? Beetle shrimp? The most rare and delicious type of shrimp? Beetle shrimp. Is that some new species? Because I've hunted many beetle and many shrimp, and never heard of beetle shrimp. Of course you haven't. Like Spirit says, they've got hypnotic power. Anyone who sees them soon forgets. Also, something to do with dancing? I wasn't going to say anything that dumb. No, I was going to say... Excuse you. What were you saying, Jack? God damn it, you've done all you can. I appreciate it. I'm going to have to narrate us out of this somehow. Hold on. Are you afraid we might actually recite some spell and conjure a ghost? Because I hate to break it to you, but it's a little late for that. And then a giant osprey swooped down and dropped a severed head on the table, distracting everyone. Trapper. Hey, I've never seen this particular severed head before. What? This time I'm being honest. Sorry, not my finest work, but something had to be done. We've got to be careful about which cultural references we get mixed up with is all. Dinner will be served shortly, but certain power brokers would like to know about your day. Would you like to share your day with the rest of the group? You've had an interesting day for sure. But how will you describe it to the others? Say too much or too little and it can affect your standing with the group. Okay, but don't just sit there saying nothing. Nothing is not an option. Brush with death. Today was nuts. We went to Huntress's secret cabin and killer crabs attacked us. It's true. I'll fall asleep tonight to the delicious sound of crunching crustaceans. That would never have happened on my yacht. I grind them up. Much more satisfying way to kill crabs. At least those kind of crabs. I have a little comb for the other ones. Oh no. Trapper. Dwight and Claudette bring out dinner. Everyone eats in silence. No one trusts anyone now, and they are all very tired. Oh wait, no. Sorry. That's a dreary supernatural horror thriller set in Antarctica. Not a charming parody dating sim set in an undisclosed tropical paradise. Bony appetite? Don't you mean bon? No, almost everything we serve here has a lot of bones in it, even the vegetables. Impossible to avoid on this island. Everyone eats without speaking. Tensions are rising both at the sexual and deadly variety. When everyone finishes, Dwight and Claudette come back and clean up the table. They linger around you as they pick up your plate, take your napkin, dust crumbs off the table. What would you like to say to the servants? I'll thank them. Top-notch service is much appreciated. In fact, here, for us, just for doing our jobs, thank you kindly. Everyone, if you'd be so please be so kind as to follow us to the fire pit. We'd greatly appreciate it. I've been told something big is going to happen, something that will change everything. You can go willingly, or you can go unwillingly. You have no choice. Tough cookies. Did you have a choice on how you said that, dweeb? Yes, and I immediately regret how I did. Good. Something needs to change around here. Fire is rebirth. Fire illuminates the soul. The fire isn't too smoky. Smoke hurts my eyes. I have pretty sensitive eyes. Also, I'm horribly afraid of it. The fire, I mean, not my eyes. Because of childhood trauma involving fire. And finally, everyone starts moving towards the fire pit. If only to get away from Wraith's complaining. Poor Wraith. He got the shit end of the stick in this game. Take a seat on a comfortable log, feeling the fire's heat against your skin, and wait for other killers to take their places, wondering who will want to tell a story this time. Will the narrator tell a story? I bet they've got a stunningly creative mind. Hey, you think, are they allowed to simply place thoughts in my mind like this? Doesn't seem fair. Excuse me. Everyone makes their way in, but something unexpected happens. Nothing happens. Something almost always seems to be happening here, so nothing is probably not a great sign. Oh, cool. And now everyone is looking at you. Hi, guys. What's up? So, do something. Should I pick someone to tell a story, or we could play charades? Boggle? Well, we were actually thinking, why don't you tell us a story? Wraith points his spine skull staff thingamajig at you. You duck out of its way. Who knows what that thing can do? Probably shoots lasers. Try not to bore us. We're just very interested in you. Don't speak for me, Huntress. Now you can't tell if you're warm from the firelight or if it's your nerves heating up. I know that the fire is right here, but maybe if we stop talking about it all the time, we can start to pretend it's not here and doesn't, threaten to burn us all alive. He's not supposed to hear me. Get out of here, Wraith. He's about to make an important decision about telling a story or not. Yeah, fucking tell a story. Sure, I'm game to tell a story. Hi, Trickster. Glad you hope it's a mystery. Okay, so what kind of story do you want to tell? Let's do adventure. I like adventure. Alright, you like your Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson movies? How about some adventure? Now we're talking. It's not my favorite, but I respect your choice and will nod politely. You don't have to say that, Wraith. Just nod politely. Okay, ready? Here goes. Really like to go fishing. Solid hobby, great foundation for a story for sure. You pause. Everyone has bated breath. No pun intended. Oh wait, that's it? Not much of a story, barely even thought. My pun was better than that story. You sure that's all you had? No, I was kidding. No, I was kidding. So what type of story do you want to tell? Personal. Look at a little personal now, if that's okay. Those types of tales are the best, and often the most sad. It's a bit of a love story. Is it about two strong hunters who meet when they both try to bludgeon the same wily Wolverine? Or about a deranged killer who makes the only woman who ever believed in him will witness a display of shocking violence? Jesus Christ, Trickster. How are you fitting in there? Not quite. It's about my parents. They met at a party in college. He was hosting. She'd been dragged there by some friends. Oh. Yeah, bye, Trickster. They couldn't have been more different, yet as the night went on, they were drawn to each other. She made fun of his taste in music, and he took an interest in her major, women's studies. They were married within 2 months. Bit soon to know if you can trust someone, don't you think? It's so sweet. Exactly. I learned a lot about love from them. If you know, you know. Some people don't need years to get acquainted with someone. Love could spark from a look across a campfire. Now you've got their attention. Each killer is furiously attempting to catch your eye from across the fire pit. Quite alarming, actually. Except for Trickster, who has headphones in and is loudly playing his own music to drown you out. Okay, that was not a very good story. I don't mean to insult you, but it was actually quite bad. Sorry, but this narrator keeps it real. We can't just end there. So who else would you like to hear a story from tonight? Heard wraiths. Spent the day with Huntress. I haven't given you any time yet. Let's give Spirit a little chance. I suppose I could tell a story. I don't really want to, but anything I say is sure to be better than whatever you get out of anyone else in the group. Like all good stories, I stole this one from someone in the past who's dead now and can't do anything about it. It's called The Bride, or technically, I suppose, the fiancé. One winter, a young couple decided that the next spring they would be married. The two were madly in love and could not wait for the snow to melt so that they could join in matrimony and unite their souls for eternity. Per the latest bridal trends, they decided to have their wedding ceremony at the edge of the woods by a beautiful, shabby, chic farmhouse. Together, they spent months planning the details of their wedding. The two created invitations, figured out seating arrangements, and tasted 100 cakes before setting on the perfect one. They chose Lilikoi, by the way. So fancy. When it came time to figure out the decorations, however, the fiancée, I guess, since she wasn't actually married yet, wanted to take the lead and set the style. After all, her boyfriend had been wearing cargo shorts and open-toe sandals for pretty much their entire relationship, so he was definitely not to be trusted. Having decided on such a lovely natural setting for their ceremony, the fiancée decided she would create a unique floral arrangements from the local wallflowers that surrounded the farmhouse. As soon as the sun rose on the first day of spring, she set off into the woods. Each day she spent hours mapping out where the best blooms could be found, and prepared to pick them herself the morning of the wedding so that they'd be at the height of their freshness and beauty. Cats are fucking around. Enamored with the incredible variety of flowers in the woods, she surveyed the bride, or the fiancé, since they had not yet been married, became obsessed with knowing just how many there were, so that she could choose the absolute best. When the fateful morning of her big day finally came, the fiancé told her husband-to-be she had one final errand to run before the wedding. Excited for the ceremony to come, she dressed in her beautiful white gown and set off into the woods to gather flowers. Treading carefully, she followed her route, selecting only the best stems and collecting them in a basket. However, when she came upon a once familiar clearing, something was not as she expected. Somehow it was more beautiful now than it had ever been before, and just on the edge of her view was a new bush filled with blossoms so vibrant and colorful, she became dizzy just looking at them. But the fiancé ignored her sudden spell and pressed ahead, scooping up flower after flower. Every time she did, she noticed just further ahead, impossibly even more beautiful blossoms. Carried by the sweet fragrance of spring air, the fiancé, crept further and farther into the woods, till she turned a corner and stepped over a mossy fallen trunk and realized she had never been there before. But this wasn't the clearing she remembered, or at least not how she remembered it. The flowers were suddenly overripe and decaying, falling from their stems and festering into moldy piles on the floor. Where bees had been, now only flies buzzed. Where the scene of flowers had once intoxicated her, the odor of mildew and now made her sick. She turned and looked back, but the path was dark. Into a shadowy glen she walked, and walked, and walked. That day, as guests gathered out at the farmhouse, the fiancé was nowhere to be seen. Her friends, family, and love began to look for her, but to no avail. They searched the pasture, the tree line, and into the forest, but there were no beautiful wildflowers or young lovers to be seen. Just old dead trees, trampled vines, and moss-covered rocks. The fiancé stayed a fiancé for eternity, always wandering, looking for fresher blooms to clip, but never finding them. Distracted by a never-ending search for perfection, unable to see that you are loved for who you are. Out there all alone. Thought it was beautiful and sad. Just like someone we know. How was story time? A lot of people like to take pot shots at sequels, but I think every good story deserves follow-up. When you think it's the end, the sequel almost never. When you think it's the end, the sequel is almost never as rewarding as the original. That's why I'm much more of a fan of the episodic style of storytelling. Knowing it's a series takes a lot of pressure off of any individual installment, and builds a greater sense of community between the audience and creator. Tell me, if you could delete any sequel from existence, what would it be? Don't answer that, we don't actually care. We're just here to make sure that we seamlessly move on to the next segment of the evening. And God forbid my small talk get in the way of a romantic Twilight moment. Sorry, I was getting dry throat. A lot of talking. Dwight, I'm gonna need you to shut your app trap. You know that we need to get back to that thing we do whenever we're not on screen. Okay, you have fun tonight, and try not to end up dead. Why did you say the words wink wink out loud? And what kind of double entendre are you getting at with the end up dead thing? Dwight is physically incapable of winking. Not since the accident. And do know that all of these people are despicable criminals with double-digit kill counts, right? Well, except for Spirit. She really doesn't belong here. She's strictly a victim and not a perpetrator. No wonder she's pissed. Did I hear somebody trash-talking Spirit? Deal me in. What do you say we take this talk to the hot tub so I can soak this bod while I roast the ghost with some killer hot takes? Please, enough of talking of burns that are lit or getting blazed. It's enough that these activities have to be set next to a literal fire. Must I be surrounded by figurative flames as well? What if we turned and ran as far away from this place as we could, just you and me? On those spindly legs, you'd probably tire before you got too far. If it's running away to some place more secluded you're after, they should obviously join me. Have you seen these legs? Pure power. Not that my walk speed reflects my giant stature, but that's because I choose to move slowly for stealthy reasons. It's my own choice, and it's completely logical. Why is everyone so obsessed with comparing themselves to each other and creating drama? I'm so over all that. Don't you get it? Society wants to trick you into fighting with each other so that corporations can swoop in and sell you fake solutions to all your fabricated problems. I'll be sitting in the shade and drinking something locally sourced while thumbing through a public domain novella printed on recycled paper because I refuse to play their game anymore. It's like she's actively trying to be as unappealing as possible. Does it really turn anyone else on, or is it me? Despite Trapper's insatiable appetite, it seems his attention, along with the attention of everyone else, is still on you for the moment. If you could, I don't know, just pick one of us, maybe we could all move on with our lives, or, you know, some special projects we might have going on. You heard him. Who will it be? Who will you head off with for an evening activity? Just saying you may not get a ton of chances to date around like this before time on Murderous Island comes to a close. And no, I'm not satisfied with the name either. But with this streaming reality TV dating show boom happening, it's pretty much all that wasn't taken. Which killer will you pick? And yes, we're back to excluding Trickster because, that guy. Let's go with Wraith. Wraith? I knew you'd never pick me. Who am I kidding? But I did pick you. Wraith immediately turns and runs away. It's not like he didn't tell you what you were getting into. Well, follow him. You catch up to Wraith, and as usual, he appears a little anxious. Ask what's wrong. You seem a little off. What's wrong? Wraith stops and tries not to look at you. After a moment, he relaxes. You can tell, huh? You must be getting to know me pretty well. There's that big sigh again. Sorry, sometimes I get too in my head. You nod understandingly. Well, maybe there's some way we can get you out of there. Let's throw a frisbee. We're on the beach. We could throw around a frisbee. Well, it's dark and I don't really like sports. It's like you know nothing about him. Disappointing. But who knows? Maybe it'll work. Hi there. Are you getting my attention? Come here. It's camera time. You got my attention, so now you get to be on camera for a minute. So, let me do this. Bink. Kitty. Kitty camera. You can let go of me, you know. I'm not gonna drop you or anything. That hurts a little. Yeah, that's a good girl. Say hi, Kiki. Say hello to the audience. You're forced on camera again. All this because you decided to scratch your claws on the couch behind me. How's that? It's terrible, huh? It's so bad. Good girl. You ready to go back? Oh. There you go. Sorry. Cat break. And we're back. Okay. Well, who knows? Maybe it'll work. Wraith grabs the frisbee, looks at it like it's a moon rock or something, then tosses an absolute bullet right at you. You're so shocked at how absolutely sick the throw was. Bro, this dude can really handle. In fact, you're so shocked you duck out of the way of the incoming disc instead of catching it. Thought you weren't good at this. Oh well, it's really just the Bernoulli principle. The gyroscopic inertia of a spinning disc. He talks at you for about 5 minutes before running out of steam and realizing you haven't walked off like any normal sane person would have. Want to throw the frisbee back? I guess so. Suddenly nervous, you clutch the frisbee in the completely wrong way and chuck it in Wraith's direction, except it lands about 20 feet away from him, near the ocean. Wraith smiles a knowing smile. Did you let me beat you? No, never. He smiles and nods like that gif of Robert Redford that isn't Zach Galifianakis. God damn it. You know the one. Wraith turns to you, smiling sheepishly. This day went by so fast, but I guess it's over. I don't understand. Why is it? You strange, beautiful weirdo. The gang's all together again on the volleyball court. It seems like only yesterday you were sitting on the sidelines watching everyone get sweaty. That's because it was? Boy, feels like I've been here a lot longer than that, actually. It's so late that the sun is already beginning to rise. Better get this over with quickly, so that you can get some beauty rest. Do not recommend the eternal damnation of perpetual narratordom. Good thing you've really used your time well since then. Really getting to know the gang. The brain, the mogul, the basket case, and the psychotic bunny girl. You know, the 4 types of people. Anyway, everyone is gathered on the volleyball court for a new type of game. Pitch your dream date and see who I choose. Okay. Who's ready for a round robin? How round are we talking? No, not to eat, Huntress. Each killer gets 2 minutes to tell you about the dream date they have planned for you tomorrow. In no particular order, which is a weird thing to mention, right? Almost like the order does matter. Spirit, why don't you go first? Get this over with and then you go back to reading your book. Stop talking. Hit us, Spirit. Figuratively, damn it, Dwight. You gotta watch your words with these people. Tomorrow, you'll spit in the face of God, die, and be reborn anew. That's it? If you're not intrigued by that, I don't want you. Go draw a crayon art with the Trapper or dig up whatever mysteries with Wraith. I don't know what those guys do all day. Do you want to at least specify which god you'll be spitting in the face of? All of them. That's a solid pitch. Okay then, so hydrate tonight if you intend to hang with Spirit. Trapper, without further ado, would you like to make us all uncomfortable by pushing the boundaries of what's acceptable, not only in polite society, but within the narrative of this world, of this in-world event, and also larger meta-narrative of a Dead by Daylight dating experience? Sometimes you just gotta say it. Why, yes, thank you, I'd love to. So, you're thinking of picking me? Well, this is your final warning. Pick me and be punished. And rewarded? Tomorrow will suck. Probably. I'm not an easy guy to get along with. I know that. But I can tell you this much. I'm hiding a secret on this island that will make fans shit themselves with excitement. If you like Trapper, you're gonna love it. And if you're not if you're a maggot. But also, everyone, even confident, sexy ladies in rabbit masks, better stay the hell away from my yacht. Sorry. Anyway, Wraith? Well, I don't know. I'd really prefer to just tell you privately. I don't really know how that's going to work with these game mechanics. What if you just whispered it to him? Wraith considers for a long moment. Too long. That's fine. Without moving, Wraith lowers his voice to a barely audible whisper. Tomorrow we have to find my bell. And then I can finally tell you about what I've been working on. It's going to be really special. The kind of thing where we will really bond. And maybe finally get off this island. And maybe then we can go on a real date. You done? Is that it? Wraith nods, proud. Great. Huntress, why don't you take it from here? Tomorrow morning I'm planning on a nice atmospheric breakfast on the yacht. Don't worry, Trapper won't even know it's gone. What was that? Nothing, go away. Then, boy oh boy, I've got such an adventure planned. It involves hunting for treasure. What kind of treasure are we looking for? Guess you'll have to pick me to find out. Let me tell you, it's primo stuff. Now, if you don't mind, I've got to start preparing, because it's clear already that you're going to pick me. Confident, mysterious, I like it. And time's up, everyone. Gosh, you'll need to dream about these options so you're ready to choose in the morning. Now go dream about all these swoon-worthy options so that you're ready to make a choice in the morning. And make a choice come dawn. Have a swell night. Did you two forget to mention something? Oh gosh, how could we forget? Before you run off to slumber peacefully, there's one more thing to do. No reality survival dating competition's parody would be complete without singling out one of our contestants who is already teetering on the edge of psychological break and giving them a little push. God damn. Hold up, this has been a survival dating competition parody this entire time and I'm just now finding out about it? Come on, the signs were there. You just didn't read them. Welcome to Murderer's Island. And now it's time to eliminate one of the killers. Ooh, it's like butchering. It's like a butchering, but it hurts even worse. You can't kill a killer, but can you break their heart? Do you even dare to try? You mean, that's right. Tomorrow one of these sexy slicers will not be eligible to take you on a date. Who's it gonna be? But why? Because it's dramatic? Because it's surprising? Because it's classic reversal of fate? And it will hurt someone's feelings. Someone dangerous. What's it gonna be, champ? What's your thought process here? Trapper seems like he might throttle you in your sleep if you eliminate him. That being said, at least you'd see him coming. Spirit could be anywhere. She floats. And I hear she can disappear. Hard to track. Eek. If you get rid of Wraith, you might cry. And although I totally support normalizing men crying and being vulnerable, it just seems like he might be an ugly crier. Huntress, she might pretend to be okay with it, but then you'll start seeing her behind every tree. What I'm trying to say is, I don't envy you, boss. So, which sociopath are you eliminating? I gotta say, it's between these two. I'm enjoying my time with these two. Also, bongos. My bongos are down here. I think I'm gonna get rid of Trapper. This was very simple. Trapper, you scared the living shit out of me. You are eliminated. That's fair. Honestly, though, I don't care. You suck. But not in a good way. You bore me, you personality-free maggot. It wouldn't even be fun to kill you. Which I was totally going to do tomorrow, the first chance I got. So really, this is a win-win for both of us. Still might kill you, though, out of principle for eliminating me. Sleep with both eyes open. And have fun on your date tomorrow. Now that you've broken the heart of someone heartless, you should go get some shut-eye. And don't worry too much about the broken heart you left behind. Because, of course, they'll be receiving the consolation prize. They might not get to go home with you when this is all over, but they'll never sleep alone again. Sending our eliminated player home with... Oh no. Their own mostly new trickster body pillow. The next best thing to the real trickster. It might not hug you back, but it definitely won't try and stab you. And how do we know? Because we tried it. That's right. It's Dwight tested. Claudette approved. I hope you sleep well tonight. You're my hero for what you've accomplished. Where can you sleep tonight knowing what you've done? No, not because of the guilt. I mean knowing that there's legit homicidal maniac who hates you so close by. How can you sleep tonight knowing what you'll do tomorrow? I don't know how you'll do it, but you better go before Dwight and Claudette come back and put you to sleep themselves. You know those two. Schedule, schedule, schedule. Wow, what a crazy way to end the day. An elimination? I didn't even know that it was that kind of game. Let's check in with everyone, especially with our loser. Everyone deserves a send-off. Well, we'll see how things go tomorrow, I suppose. I'm not expecting anything. I tend to shut my mind off during hard times. I know I seem all excited and devil-may-care, but the truth is, I'm really a pessimist at heart. That tends to happen when your mother is scared by an elk when you were young. Yeah, how'd you know? Wild guess. It's also the only thing you talk about. If you'll excuse me, I think I saw a raccoon over in that tree, and I'm feeling peckish. I don't really know what's happening here. Honestly, haven't been paying attention. Oh, sorry, I forgot. I'm focusing on other things, more important things. One way or another, I won't be here for much longer. Hi, Trapper. I don't handle rejection well. At least I don't think I do. No one has ever been dumb enough to reject me before. Yeah, the more I think about it, the angrier I'm getting. And I'm a giant rage monster, so everyone in this room should be scared right now. Turn the camera off. Did I think there was a chance I might get eliminated? Yeah, I did. Did I care if I got eliminated? Not even a little. Does the volume of words I spend talking about how much I don't care about things signify a deeper yearning within me to be seen, heard, and validated by those around me? Nah. What? No, you're not part of this. You don't get a confessional. It's cool, man. I'm not part of anything, you feel me? I'm not a cog in anyone's machine. I'm my own machine. This whole thing is pretty cute, though. Charmingly low budget, old school marketing vibes. Not gonna lie, I kinda wish I wasn't so busy right now. I'd definitely be down to be with a reality show style dating competition with survival elements. But I got my new album upcoming tour, finalizing the new sneaker line, producing a limited series on my life, starting a new social media NFT crypto app, and doing these private gigs over on IP Island. I am fucking so very happy they made him a crypto bro, because I fucking hate him. My dudes, you gotta come check it out. IP Island, it's dope. It's where the real killers are hanging out. Fully licensed, no legal drama. Lawyers, take a hike. I'm gonna tell everyone the Trickster said that about them. Don't worry. Taking your favorite established characters from all over pop culture that can't be seen on this island. Hell, you probably can't even mention them, like Ghost. Don't you say it. Look, we get it. You're very popular and in demand. We have a game to get back to, and I don't want to get sued. Ghostface. Come on. Whatever, I don't even care. I'm the Trickster. See you around. You too, narrator. I have a name, you know. You do? Yes? Seriously, they do not pay me enough to deal with you people. Is it my turn? What? No, it's not your turn. You're sentient water. How are you even sitting in that chair? What's a chair? It's the thing you're getting all wet. Now it's gonna smell like mildew. Okay, rude. Fine, let's just get this over with. It's your turn, Ocean. Do your check-in. Check-in? I was just looking for the bathroom. Bathroom? Are you serious? It's down the hall to the left. It's okay. Never mind. Never mind? What does that mean? Not you too. This wasn't meant to be a confessional time for literally every character in this game. It's okay, we don't have to confess anything. We've just been working our asses off for 2 days straight and want to sit down somewhere. This chair is wet. Yeah, I think the Ocean just peed on it. How is that You know what? I don't care. You two are looking pretty pleased with yourselves. I've got something to confess. Oh great, what's it gonna be? You ate glue in the 2nd grade? You cheated on an algebra test once? Watching Trapper get eliminated was the first time in this unending spiral staircase of pain that is my life that I've felt even a modicum of joy. Every minute that I'm alive is a nightmare. This place, the sun, these sweet sugary drinks, it sounds fun for a long weekend. But for an eternity, the unrelenting rhythm of crashing waves and wailing seagulls, it's like a crescendoing song of evil that makes me question the very fabric of the universe. Why am I here? Why are any of us here? What kind of sentient being would do this? Please erase me from this existence. Make it so I was never born. Pull the plug on this experiment and let my soul be free. And please, please get me out of this polo shirt. Okay, let's get you to bed, buddy. I don't want to go to bed. Going to bed means eventually I'll have to wake up. Yikes. That was a weird way to end it. Oh well, what are you going to do? You let the camera roll long enough, someone is bound to say something crazy. Anyway, seems like everyone's had their shot to annoy me tonight, so hit the hay and get some rest. Tomorrow's going to be a doozy. And I'm going to go ahead and wrap us up there. Oh, fuck. Let me save. Yes. Close. Menu. Oh, that was a good time. I had a lot of fun. Thank you guys for hanging out. Let me see who I can raid real quick. If you guys would please stick around for that. This was a lot of fun. If you guys feel like speaking up in chat before I go, what did y'all think of it so far? This is a hilarious game in my opinion. Let me go ahead and go to this, go to this. Alright, there we go. While I'm looking for somebody to raid. We're probably going to go ahead and raid Stray Hippie again. Because he is a good friend at this point. And he's definitely one of my favorite chill streamers to watch in my spare time. This has been a good time. Let's go ahead and hit that raid button. There we go. And we're going to be seeing him do some regular Dead by Daylight. So, appreciate y'all. I'll see everybody on Monday for another stream. I love y'all. Yeah, I had so much fun hanging with you. And we will get together come Monday. Thank you one more time for hanging out, because this has been a lot of fun. Alright, I'll see you next time.